Hi, Holly. And I saw you mentioned Susan on there. I didn't see Susan's comments backstage. So, hi, guys. All right, let me get to the sharing because I didn't do that. And I didn't do it last time either. So, how is everybody? It's working. Okay. Hey, Princess. How are you? Okay. And I am also streaming to Facebook. So we should have some Facebook people popping on too. I decided to do both for now because it just makes things easier for the community, and we've had people say that they miss it. So I'm doing good. Oh, good. I'm glad. If that'll make it more accessible. We do have a few folks that aren't so confident with technology. So it's difficult for them to figure out something new. So just to accommodate, I decided to start going live to Facebook too. Okay, yeah, so we're notified. Okay, cool. So I don't have to share anything because it's all good. Okay. We're going to be talking about using the energy of destruction to create something new. But first, of course, we're going to do the reading. I've got my neighbor's just now pulling up, and his truck is so loud. All right. We are going to go ahead and start then. And so, well, let me address the rest of the week. So I was confused about the day that Matt and I had a session. So it was not yesterday, but instead of confusing everyone and coming on and all of that, people saying, oh, I didn't get notified. I just didn't come on yesterday. So we're going to do the week as I'm setting it up moving forward. So I'm going to be taking Friday and Saturday off instead, and then be podcasting Sunday through Thursday. I will be still doing the, hi, Shauna. I will still be doing the early days so that we can still have our people across the plane catch us live and join with us. So those days will probably be Sunday and Monday. Hi, Lisa. Hello, guys. Thanks for joining me and all of us. All right. So now that those are out of the way, I don't think I have any other announcements for now. Oh, thank you. Hi, Wendy. Thanks for joining us. Okay. We'll go ahead and start. Okay. 8 of Wands showing up on the bottom of the deck. Hi, Dallas. Thank you guys for joining me. Things moving forward, that fire energy, that passionate energy, where you have been stuck, where you have been stagnant, things are starting to free up. Things are starting to move forward because you weren't seeing clearly. Ace of Swords in the reverse, you weren't seeing something about the situation or the situation itself clearly. So there may be things that you are navigating right now, triggers, things that are coming up to the surface. There's Susan. Hi. So these things are asking for you to heal them. Whenever you're triggered, whenever you feel some kind of a strong emotion, it's a good thing to ask yourself, Where am I holding on to something, or what can I not let go of? What am I not releasing? And just sit in that pondering energy with your higher self in meditation, in prayer, whatever you want to call it, and be open to receiving the answer, because you have the answer. It's always within you. Stop looking for it outside of yourself. For one, we have the Three of Wands showing up, but also with that Three of Wands, this is your ships coming in, things coming up for you on the horizon. This is that stagnancy to flow energy in this reading, because you've been focusing on these things that are coming up for you, giving them your time. You're healing through these things, and you might be tempted with old patterns of behavior, old thought patterns, old people, things like that coming back from the past. I know we're not in Mercury retrograde yet, but I'm getting like people from the past coming up. And if it's not those people specifically, it could be the same energies, just different. Oh, yes. And happy birthday to Shauna. Thank you, Wendy, for mentioning that. Happy birthday, Shauna. Today is Shauna's birthday. Hi, Catherine. So you may have these things coming back up for you, seducing you into falling back into old patterns, you know, making the same choice over again whenever you're presented with something new. But, you know, you'll have that moment where the universe will offer this old thing to you. Do you still want it? Do you want it again? Or are you good on this? And if you feed it your attention, if you invest in that opportunity, and it may or may not always be a good opportunity, if you invest there, you're going to get a return on that. You're going to elect that path. So there might be things that are coming in to seduce you, but equalizer, higher self, tap in, ask your higher self, is this for me? Or what is this trying to teach me? Because we do have the teaching card down here with the shamanic healing oracle. So you're learning things. Life is teaching you lessons, but also you are a teacher. You may undergo or experience certain things that are not the most pleasant things to experience, maybe more so than others. And you're asking, why are these things happening to me? What did I must have like been a mass murderer or like Hitler in a past life or something to have these kinds of things show up for me, or have to experience and navigate these situations. But that's not the case. Usually, whenever you have a more difficult path, it's because you're here to learn from those lessons and then be the way shower for others. So meditating, tapping into that higher self energy, really getting to know yourself again, tapping in and embodying your highest self, your codes in nature with miracles. You are a walking miracle, but you're rooted, you're anchored to this plane for a reason. You are anchoring in these energies of these lessons of this healing that you are doing, and you don't even have to encounter the people that are going to benefit from that are going to be able to heal because you did it, or be able to find this solution because you did it. It doesn't matter if they ever hear of it from anyone or not. It's there energetically, and so it will be easier for them to tap into those energies because you're anchoring those here. Because most people can't just tap into these energies like us volunteers can, whether starseed, light worker, shadow worker, you know, there's so many labels nowadays. It doesn't matter. We're all volunteers. We're here for the same purpose. And that's anchoring in this healing for others, even if we need to navigate those in this experience, just to have the conscious awareness of how to bring solutions to those intergalactic mastery and confirmation. You are on a path of mastery. And just because you fail sometimes doesn't mean you're not mastering, doesn't mean that you're not on that path of mastery. It just means you're learning. This is teaching you. So every time you fail, don't take that as a failure. Don't take that as something like, oh, I'm not meant for this, or this isn't working out for me. No, take it as, this is me learning. Now I know what not to do here. I'm going to go try something else. So it's all about pivoting, about trying something new, about doing something new. And that's what you're doing, alchemy, with your choices. This card says choices right there. under alchemy. So this is you alchemizing all of these experiences and choosing to embody your highest self through everything. And that's bringing you Nine of Pentacles energy. This is wish fulfillment. This is solid. This is secure. This is you having everything that you want and need. Independence for some of you. Raise the vibration in any way we can assist, learn. Yes, absolutely, Wendy. I love that. Thank you. I'm going to highlight that real quick. Okay, so bringing back this Nine of Pentacles, I just wanted to show that one more time. You're anchoring in this abundance. This is something tangible. This is you being abundant, whether that's abundantly joyful. I'll clarify that one too. Thank you, Wendy. Abundantly joyful, abundant in supportive relationships, friendships, clientele, business, wealth, you know, you name it, whatever it is. This is you. I heard independently wealthy. Someone's on a path to becoming independently wealthy. Knight of Wands, this energy is going to come quick, fast, in a hurry. This is something, this thing on the horizon, they're saying, where did that card go? The Three of Wands. There we are. This thing on the horizon, this is for someone, hell, for all of us, I'll claim it. This is a very quick moving momentum into independent wealth. And that's whatever wealth means for you, right? It's not always about money to everyone. And it could be anything. So just take it how it resonates for you. You are a starseed. You are a volunteer. You are here to bring these energies. This is obviously a mermaid. Mermaids, sirens, they all use frequency and like echolocation, and they do work with the porpoises, the dolphins, the whales on our planet to help create a frequency grid. And a lot of you are connected to the mer people, the sea dwelling beings. They gave me this vision, and they're bringing my eyes to this card again. This is the obsession card, but that's not the point I'm trying to make here. So all of the stars in the sky, you see some are dim and some are bright. They gave me that mental image of all of these different stars, these, you know, just beyond, just tons of stars, but they showed me like some of them were lighting up brighter, like pinging, and it's like signifying a lot of you in the group. So a lot of you will resonate with the mer people or the sea dwelling beings. Yes, you can see the mermaid card again. Here, so, oh, I didn't realize that's a night sky too with the stars lit up. Consciously anyway. But this is the mermaid card. This is Yamota, starseed. Union. You could be coming into union with other like-minded individuals, other starseed type beings, other people that resonate with you, maybe even star family from eons ago, and now you incarnated here on this planet and you're running into each other and you're like, where have you been my whole life? It's like that instantly knowing someone and just feeling like you've known them forever. Yes, it is a collective reading, so take what resonates. True for everyone. Oh, I'm sorry, Carly. I didn't see your question to begin with. I just saw Kara's answer. But yeah, it is a collective reading, so only take what resonates for you. Don't force it if it doesn't fit. So coming into union with others, or just with the information of being a starseed, having other incarnations on other planets, other planes, other, you know, other existences. And once you embody your highest self more, once you are in full alignment with your higher self, and no one's ever going to be in alignment with their highest self constantly. we're human, right? And that's what we're meant to do, is be human while we're here too. So the more you embody your highest version, the more you align with all of this information, and the more it's like the cogs are going to fall into place and things are going to start moving forward. Yes, it might take walking through, death and destruction, things falling away from you, old patterns, old things from your life, that no longer serve a positive purpose for you, leaving you, whether that's painful or whether it's celebrated, because some experiences can be very painful. If you love someone and you really don't, want to let them go, or hurt them, or, cause any kind of pain for them, but also, whenever it's time to go. So you may be experiencing some very welcomed endings with relationships, and some not so welcome. Some may be a little bit more difficult to navigate, but that's okay, because you have the knowledge and wisdom. You have that connection to your divine source, and you're protected. You're divinely protected, but you also have your own, your own mind. That is part of your spiritual protection, is your own discernment. Some people will call it common sense, whatever you call it, it doesn't matter. You are gifted with discernment, with logic, with reason, for a reason. It's not all about being, spiritual and love and light and la da 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 da. No, it's about using your reason. And because you can't just go into a situation with someone who may be very dangerous and you've got all these warning signs and you're like, no, I'm divinely protected, so it's fine, I'm just going to go interact with this person, and then they become an obsessive serial killer stalker or something like that. Okay, you are blessed with your brain for a reason in this physical vessel. We are meant to incorporate the spiritual side of things with the logic side of things as well. That's balancing the masculine and the feminine energies. So thank you guys for answering questions in the comments. When I get on a channel, it's hard for me to, focus on those things. So thank you guys for that. I know you guys are doing that for me. So as you walk this path, it may be scary. It may be a little dark. You might be going and finding a lot of shadows, but you're bringing those shadows to light. You're integrating them. You're loving those unloved parts of you, those forgotten parts of you, those hidden, stuffed away parts of you that maybe, you forgot that were there for self-preservation, or maybe even out of embarrassment or guilt or shame or anything like that. It's the act of resurrection, but not in the way that most people view resurrection. It's more like that rebirth energy. And once you integrate these shadows, once you love these unloved parts of yourself, that's where you are able to overcome these. You're able to tap in deeper to your own spiritual guidance, your highest self guidance, because you don't have all of these, this baggage in the way and these shadows that are just, distorting the image. You can see clearly. And that's why we talk about doing the shadow work, but don't go looking for it constantly, again, because you will manifest even more shadows if you go looking for them, because you get what you focus on. And if you're wanting to find shadows, you're going to find shadows. But you're going to be moving through all of this gracefully, or you are, because we are all on different timelines. So you may be at the beginning of this path, you may be somewhere in the middle, or you might have already overcome all of these things. Your timeline is specific to you, but whether you've done it already or you're in the thick of it or just getting started on it, it doesn't matter. You are moving through with grace, with balance, okay? Balance amongst the chaos. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Maintaining your balance amongst the chaos. And, I try to practice what I preach all the time. And if you haven't noticed the chaos going on around me as of late, and you don't see me getting out of character, you don't see me investing where I don't want to return on that energy. Hey, Steph, thanks for joining us. I'm on Facebook too, and you show up on YouTube. He was one of the ones bitching about, oh, I miss Facebook. I miss being able to interact. So funny. But as you remain balanced amongst the chaos, as you move through this with grace as best you can, remember, we are all human. Okay. It's okay to vent. It's okay to falter at times. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to admit that you were wrong when you were wrong. So you've been doing this, you've been doing the work, you've been maintaining that balance, you've been dedicated to being your highest version, and you're bringing all of this abundance. Okay, look at this food showering, raining down around him. He is abundant, and he is focused on the trajectory of where he's shooting that arrow. This is Ususi with nature. Your nature is abundance. You are abundance. There is no other way of existing unless you create it. I don't know who needs to hear that, but it's someone, you know, we've got lack of foundations showing up here with this Four of Wands showing up in the reverse. This is maybe everything's being shaken up. Maybe, you know, that calm amongst the chaos is because your whole life is being shaken up right now, but it's being shaken up so it can be restored. Restoration is here. And this is that Temperance card again. We had Temperance somewhere. I don't know. I've got like a whole stack of cards. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate you supporting on all platforms, especially YouTube right now, because it's going to help me get more, you know, seen in the algorithms stuff, get me to get these messages out to those who could benefit from them. So thank you. Irawo, though, with restoration, this period of these foundations crumbling, these things that were not solid crumbling, is only bringing that restoration, that you're alchemizing. As you balance through this chaotic time, you are alchemizing this energy. Once you alchemize energies in your life, they stop manifesting in the same way they did before, or even at all. So use this time as an opportunity for you to be able to transmute, alchemize all of these energies. We're going to go over here now. Higher perspective showing up on the bottom of the deck. Maintaining that higher perspective, knowing that you are loved, you are creating as you go, and you are on the correct path. View whatever situations you're experiencing from a higher perspective, from that highest self perspective. This is 5D mastery. This is expanded consciousness. This is understanding the lessons as you're moving through them. And ascension right behind that. Raising vibration and consciousness. As you embody your truest form, which is your higher self, you raise your conscious awareness and those around you, okay? Because when you embody your light and you shine your light, it starts to spark the light in others, okay? Synchronization, paying attention to the signs around, numerology, paying attention to the synchronicities. You might be getting angel numbers or signs, any kind of signs. You could be hearing the same name over and over again. It doesn't have to be a bug or an animal or a number. It can be anything. The threads of our life are so intricately woven that we don't even notice these tiny little synchronicities throughout our day or throughout the thread of a week or a month, that, you know, they show us a prelude to the energy that is coming in. They also show us what energy we are currently experiencing, the frequency that we are currently on. We have joy showing up on the bottom of the deck. As you embody your highest self, as you shift into that higher perspective, more and more, the dragonflies you see here, that's transformation. You're undergoing this intense transformation right now. The white flowers signify purity, and this is joy. You become more joyful. As you do what you're passionate about, what lights you up, you start to experience more joy. As you experience more joy, more passion, thank you, Lisa, I love you so much. As you experience more joy and more passion, what happens? Reunion of souls. You find your people, your tribe will gravitate to you. Reunion of souls. This is also, like I mentioned earlier with that star seed card showing up, and that union card, you may be coming into union with more like-minded individuals, more soul family, you know, from other experiences, other incarnations, whether that was any kind of extraterrestrial or not. It could be all earth lives if you know, you haven't had many recent incarnations like that. So it doesn't matter. What is needed right now is self-love, loving yourself through the chaos, through the storms, through all of, you know, the things, people, places, all of the stuff that's falling away, because you know you're divinely guided and protected. It's all good. Okay? They're telling you right now, it's all good. So don't get angry. Don't get upset. Don't throw a fucking temper tantrum. Okay? I mean, it's your choice. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you're not going to like reaping that harvest right now. The seeds that we sow now, more than ever before, are important to sow with intention, because instantaneous manifestation is becoming more and more real. Okay? It's more and more solidified in this tangible reality. So you're going to have instant blowups if you're operating from a space of anger or lack. And anger is fear. Okay? Anger is fear. Anger is lack. Anger is, all of these lower emotions that we're afraid to feel. A lot of times we'll hop right to anger because anger feels better than feeling those emotions. But also, when we don't feel those emotions through properly, they stagnate, they stay stuck, they remain in our auric field. So we have to feel those things. Yeah, then move up the emotional ladder, get to anger, and, hop your way up from there, because it's a higher frequency emotion than some of the other emotions that we may be suppressing or trying not to experience. But by not experiencing them, we're causing them to fester and grow and become much worse than they were before. Okay, so addressing those is pertinent to your growth, especially at this time. And I heard that before I pulled divine timing, okay, bottom of the deck. And then right behind that was growth. So it is all coming together in divine timing. You might be triggered. You might be, angered. You might be tempted, seduced into old patterns of behavior, all of these old things. Thank you, Kara. But, discernment. Remember who you are. Don't let another person get you out of character. Don't give them the power to get you out of your character, to knock you off your path or knock you off your throne. Okay? Because today is a new day. Dragonfly, again, transformation. You're undergoing intense transformation, and that brings death to certain things, certain cycles, certain relationships. Okay? It's not always a bad thing. It's a part of the cycle of life. For anything, whether, with a living vessel or not, for anything, cycles, patterns, anything like that, they all have to come to an end. That's a death in itself. But it's never just a death. It's always a rebirth, because there's always new on the other side of that ending. Follow your intuition. Okay? It will never steer you wrong. Intuition may guide you down certain paths to learn certain lessons that may or may not be pleasant, but it will never steer you wrong. You need to experience those things. If you try to avoid experiencing those things, you will get knocked into the experience anyway. So following your intuition and listening to that from the get-go is key. Awakening, awareness of new gifts and knowledge. Like I said, the more you embody your highest self in every possible moment, the more you are aligned to higher knowledge. Your light body. Light doesn't need a vessel to shine. You are light, and you're awakening more and more to that fact. And the byproduct of that is these gifts, these spiritual gifts that come in. Okay. We have codependence, choices, and unbound coming out all in a line here together with obsession. So let's just put that here. Codependence, choices, unbound, and obsession. You're shedding these things that no longer serve you. Perhaps one of those is the energy of codependence, feeling like you need to maybe control another person in order to keep hold of them, or perhaps you just feel like you can't live your life, you can't possibly function without this certain person in your life, but maybe they're not good for you. Maybe they are the ones that are siphoning your energy and your confidence so that you have no confidence. Therefore, you feel the need to be codependent on their energy because, you know, you're giving them all your energy and they're like your energy bank and you're like, oh, I need this. No, you don't. And, you know, you may be coming to a crossroads right now, confusion, crossroads. Meditate for answers. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Go within. Don't listen to what the fuck I say. If what I say doesn't align with you, doesn't resonate with you, don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody else either. If it doesn't resonate for you, doesn't align for you, or if it doesn't feel good for you, or a situation doesn't feel good anymore, then you know that's your exit cue. I'm still learning to do that quicker. But hey, you know, we're all human. But if you're coming to this crossroads energy, meditate, go within, find out where you're feeling stuck, where you're feeling the need to hold on to something, okay? And unbind yourself. Because only you can do that. Only you can release those fears, worry, and doubt. You should have no self-doubt because you are God, embodied in human form. So am I. So is he. So is she. So are they. Okay? So don't ever doubt yourself. You are capable of more things than you could possibly fathom. But we create and structure our reality based on our beliefs. What's your self-belief? Create a sacred space for yourself. I'm hearing go within, but in the context of someone hasn't felt safe or comfortable in their own body. This may be a result of having had an encounter where your body wasn't safe to exist and you put yourself out of body here. They're wanting, they want you to make your body a sacred space once again. It's yours. Take it back. You can do rituals. You can do light cleansing. You can go to a practitioner or something if you need help with this. Hi, Monica. I didn't see her comments. I don't know why some of the comments aren't showing up over here in StreamYard. So I'm sorry, you guys, if you're commenting and I'm not seeing them or mentioning it. It wasn't showing Anna the other day either. And I haven't seen her in today, so I don't know if she's here or not. But StreamYard is saying can't post some comments to some destinations. So I don't know. StreamYard must be having an issue. But it's time to make your body a sacred space once again. It's time to be comfortable in your body, in your skin. This is part of your ascension process. If you're not comfortable in the vehicle you chose, then how can you expect to get anything done as far as your path and purpose go, your soul's purpose? Now is the time for you to work on becoming comfortable in your own vessel, reclaiming your space. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Holly. But now is the time to reclaim your vessel, to be here. You're here anyway. Be here on purpose. Be here with intention. Be here and say, you know what? You might have knocked me down. You might have taken everything away from me for a while, maybe even several years. Some people carry these things for, 70, 80, 90 years and are unable to release them. But you can. You can release all of that and you can reclaim your vessel and make it a safe space once again. This is part of your ascension. This is part of the learning process. Okay. This is, you may have been being triggered recently and you're like, why? Like, I thought I worked on this. I thought I did shadow work on this. You need to do shadow work on reclaiming the vessel, you need to not even shadow work really, but reclaiming the vessel and some kind of a ritual or writing, something down or any way that it would work for you to help it click in your conscious mind. Um, is going to be beneficial for you because it's something that you're not seeing. It's something that you're not realizing. So bringing your conscious awareness to it and doing that, something in a tangible way to reclaim your body. Maybe a tattoo. I just saw someone getting a tattoo. So that could be your way of reclaiming your body. Anything that helps you to really love and appreciate, decorate your body. It is your temple. Okay. Do whatever you need to do to make your body your temple once again, because this pattern is sabotaging. This energy is sabotaging. It's causing you anxiety, fear, stagnation. It's just, it's time to let go, because if you're still holding on to that, you can't experience that joy that's all around you. Page of Cups in the reverse, and it was right next to that Four of Wands in reverse I showed you guys earlier. So this could be someone going back on their word, or somebody not being true. This could be you not being true to yourself. Even take it how it resonates for you. But this is what's contributing to either false foundations or, cracked and fissured, unsolid foundations, which is cause for this upheaval coming in. Someone is obsessed, whether that's you or another person that's fixated on you for whatever reason. They could be, lying. They could be talking shit. They could be, you name it. People do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say, what kind of tactics they try to use. They're too busy watching you because they're not powerful enough on their own. They're too busy watching you to see what you're doing, because they're probably like one of those, I match energies. You gonna show me how we gonna act today. That's not the way we do things around here. Okay, so fuck them, ignore them. They do not matter in the greater scheme of your life. They do not matter. They do not pay your bills. Hi, Adriana. Yeah, these are general, not generic. I know, I noticed that typo and I tried to say it out loud too. So yeah, no, these are collective energy readings. We have community showing up. It could be a person within your community, within your friend groups, within your family. Doesn't matter. Just someone that's so focused on everything that you're doing, they ain't got time or energy to focus on creating or building for themselves. They might be a jealous sibling or something like that. That's, you would think should be supportive of you, but isn't. And, sadly that kind of thing happens, but you're here to overcome this. You're here to create your own community, your own soul family. Biology has almost nothing to do with it. Okay. Yes, biological family can be wonderful and supportive and amazing, but some people don't really have that supportive biological family, especially if you're, resonating with any kind of spiritual community, that's more to, consciousness, evolution and awakening and things like that. You're probably not really going to resonate with a lot of your biological family, because we were born into these families to break that paradigm and to change things up. So whoever it is, if it's someone else that is just focused on you, maybe they're like nitpicking and trying to call out every single thing that you do and say, oh, hey mom, look, your daughter did this and I'm the golden child, but let's shit on her. It doesn't matter. Let them talk. Let them create whatever stories they want to create. Okay. they cannot affect you. They have no power to affect you unless you give your power away to them. So just keep your eyes on that trajectory, okay? You know where you're shooting that arrow. You know exactly where you're moving for, and you're not going to settle for any less. Yes, you may have to transmute some stuff along the way, but you know what? That's clearing the way for even better to come in, because those energies are dense energies. They are holding your frequency down in a lower frequency. So as you're moving through, as you're transmuting all of these things, you are able to open up energetically for even better things to come, because you're lightening your energy, you're lightening the load, you're dropping that baggage. Lyra is crying to get in the room right now. So just keep going, keep moving through it. Try to remain balanced amongst this chaos. Chaotic energies are flying all over the place with this shift. We've got so many different planetary energies, galactic energies, all kinds of things that we're moving through right now that are surfacing a lot of, traumas, triggers, things like that. I will let her in just a second. She will definitely come and say hi. But you are on your legacy, okay? No one can take that from you. So just keep going at your own pace. Don't be in a rush, okay? There's no rush. There's only truth. Okay? So just see things from a different perspective. Hanged man, take a step back if you need to, observe. Okay? Learn the lesson. Whatever life is trying to teach you right now with that teaching card, anchor it. Remember it. Integrate that. And then your Ace of Cups, your new beginning, more fulfillment, happiness, joy. It's promised to you. They said so over here. That's what you're transforming into. Someone who is a receiver of joy. You may not see it just yet, but you don't have to. It's already here. I love you guys. I'm going to let this cat in, and then I'll clean up these cards. And we'll talk some more. If she's in there, she might give up. Baby. Oh, yes, there you are. Hi. She came running in. Come here. You want to say hi? Oh, no, she went to get her snack. She went to get her treats. She was hungry. Oh, my gosh. They did stuff? That's so funny. You never can tell what these subtitles are going to come up with, honestly. Thanks, guys. All right, so today we're talking about transformation, harnessing that Phoenix rising energy as everything is burning down around you. It can be really easy to go into that energy of, oh my gosh, I'm defeated, I'm beaten down. When you look, yeah, that's Lyra for sure. She's always mad whenever I lock the door. Thank you. But so if you guys have been around long enough, you guys know a bit about energy. We talk about it all the time. So if we're trying to hold on to something that is clearly trying to leave our life for whatever reason, what are we doing? We're causing more issues. We're causing more traumas, more triggers, more explosions, things that are going to get our attention to the fact that this is no longer needed. This is no longer healthy. This is no longer positive. There you are, Anna. I don't know why your Facebook picture isn't showing up now. That's so weird. Oh, hi, JC. Yeah, I was wondering where you were because I didn't see your comments the other day, and then just a few minutes ago, I wasn't seeing someone else's comments, but everyone was saying hi. So I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. You know, they kind of mess up from time to time. Thank you. Thank you, Kara. I love you. So if you guys, I'm not even going to say it. All of you guys know what's gone down over the past week or so. Okay. It's no secret that I was 2, now I'm 1. The energy struggle through when I get, oh my gosh, right. So there have been certain things like with the pages. She has the YouTube, took it in the middle of the night after I changed passwords and stuff. neither here nor there. But I didn't really want to use the old pages anyway because of the old energies of co-creating with others. And now I'm moving into creating on my own. So I wouldn't have kept those running anyway. So instead of being upset and throwing fit and going on, you know, and bitching and creating these videos or posts or anything, you know, talking negatively about my former co-host, I don't care. I let that shit go. That was part of the, you know, what brought me to where I am today, but that wasn't my whole story. That was just a chapter. It was a beautiful chapter. It was wonderful while it lasted, but now that's ending and it's gone up in flames. You guys have seen how quickly it happened because like that day is when it began. It just in one day, one disagreement, and you know, it all came crashing down. Which if something is built on a solid foundation, if there is, you know, reciprocated effort and communication and all of that, then those kinds of things shouldn't happen. But sometimes they do, you know, sometimes they do. And it's because we're not always meant to be in the same situations or circumstances or even tied to the same people forever. We learn from them what we need to, we teach them what we're supposed to, and then we move on to other things. And dwelling on the fact that all of that is now, you know, up in flames isn't going to make the situation any better. It's not going to make me feel any better. If anything, it would make me feel worse. You know, I don't like being angry and having that adrenaline rush all the time and being, you know, wanting to like dip, 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 dip. That's not my thing. Like I used to invest there in my, you know, teenage and early 20s, but that's not me anymore. And I know that it's not going to help me. It's only going to hinder me. It's only going to make me feel bad. It's going to make me stress out. It's going to make my hair fall out, you know, make me lose even more weight, which I don't care if I lose weight, that's fine, you know. But yeah, whenever I'm experiencing some kind of a turbulent situation, I don't eat. It's like an automatic fasting. And it's not something that's intentional. If I try to eat, I will puke. Like it's just the way that my body is able to move through things. Some people are the opposite. Some people stress eat, you know, but that's not me. So if I stayed in that energy and just dwelled on that and was trying to scream and shout and get all the attention about how I was wronged and how I'm the victim and blah, 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 that's not getting me anywhere. And people are going to get tired of hearing it. So instead, I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating so much because I loved Feral Frequencies and Ancestral Ascension for as long as they both ran. But those were building me up for a solo journey. Thank you so much, Ariana. That's so sweet of you. Because most of you guys, especially those who are regulars, you guys know that I've never been really comfortable. I've said it many times, just being the only one in the spotlight. That's why I'm not like really present on social media. Haven't really ever been. And then you'll see me like retreat and not want to be on social media. Though lately it's like this weight has been lifted and I feel like I want to go and interact on social media. I want to be able to interact with others and, you know, be able to share and see, you know, everything that everyone else is sharing too. Yeah, exactly, Kara. I love that. Thank you. Junk food when you're upset stuff. Oh my gosh. I'm going through a hard time right now and hasn't been able to eat much. She's also been wanting to lose weight and she doesn't eat too much. Oh, yeah. You know, there are certain reasons why. Oh, hi, Matt. Hit the notification. Like you can get notifications if you go to my Facebook page and hit the 3 dots. You can be notified when I go live. Otherwise, you know, YouTube with the notification bell. I'm streaming to both right now. Sorry, I get sidetracked with the comments, guys. It's ADHD brain. Trying to remember where I was. So I've never been really comfortable with being fully in the spotlight, you know, being the like, hey, look at me. I've never been that way. And we've said it many times that Kale pushed me to start Feral Frequencies. They were like, you really need to like get your messages out there, blah, blah, blah. People need to like hear what you have to say. And I was like, I don't want to do a podcast. Someone else is already doing a podcast. I don't want to do a podcast. Like, no, I'm not, that's not me. And then I was like, okay, fine. Cause they bugged me for like a week and I was like, okay, fine. All right, I'll do it. So I created the page, you know, and everything kind of fell in line after that. So, and then having my other co-host with me for a year after that, after Kale was no longer with us, it gave me, you know, it kind of exercised me in being able to interact on a platform and be, you know, seen and heard and all of those things. So I'm more comfortable with it now. Probably still a little bit awkward being on my own, but hey, I'll get over it. It's not such a big thing for me anymore. So I've had to dip my toe into doing this work in the way that I do it now. And I love, you know, my previous co-hosts for being there with me, for being a team with me, for, you know, getting me started on my journey, for helping me, you know, because they did in that way. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ariana. You're so sweet. I appreciate you so much. But if I allowed this to stop me, this is something that I absolutely love to do. And that's why I continued to do it. Because if I don't like doing something, I'd be like, check, I'm out. So it's something that I really love to do. And I love to interact with you guys. And I love doing my work for, you know, to help others. And sometimes I hear feedback about it, sometimes I don't, but I love seeing the growth in all of you, the, you know, those of you that I'm connected to, and I can see like we're friends on Facebook or we interact and we chat in Messenger, anything like that. It's really amazing to be able to see everyone's growth, and it just fills my heart with joy. I don't care that I don't get paid for it right now, you know? Oh, thank you, JC. Yeah, you know, people align with who they're going to align with, and it doesn't mean anyone's good, anyone's bad, anyone's evil, anyone's like super high vibe and the rest are like beneath them. It does not mean anything like that. Energies resonate, you know, at certain frequencies. So all it is harmonic resonance. You don't see, you know, I don't really know music. Like, I don't read music. Didn't learn it in that way. I like was a play by ear type of person, but like with musical notes or with lower notes and much higher notes, you can't play them at the same time all the time and have them exist in the same song or at the same space at the same time. It's not going to sound good. It's not going to be harmonic, right? Energies with people are the same way, and people shift and change, they grow, so your frequency is always changing. It's not just high low, you know, it's here and there and everywhere. It's very fluid. It's not so linear like the human brain tries to make it. So when energies no longer resonate with one another, there may be some kind of a falling out if that energy is present, if there's some kind of, you know, negativity that is present in one or both of those involved, or as many as there are involved. Sometimes it's very pleasant. It's a very amicable thing, which I had hoped to have happen, but that just wasn't in the cards for us. So instead of dwelling on all of those things, on trying to point fingers and say, you know, this person was bad, this person was good, I have no urge to do that. I want to focus on building the new. I'm not going to build the new by focusing in the rear view. I'm not going to create my own path moving forward if I'm focused on what someone else is doing or not doing. So choosing to see the good, choosing to be excited for the new that's coming in, because what is leaving, you know, she is leaving a huge void with, you know, the lack of her presence with me. And I'm excited for all the new that's coming in to fill that void. Yes, I will miss things about her. Yes, I will, you know, miss being able to work in that way with her. But I'm so much more excited for what's coming next, because I know what's coming next is even better than what's leaving, because I've done this with my own experience and with understanding energy and working in the psychic realms. I know this. I've seen it. I've experienced it. So why wouldn't I be excited for what's coming next? It makes no sense. So channeling this energy of the burning away, because yes, there were some emotions. Yes, you know, I had my adrenaline spike a few times, and yes, I was, you know, moving through those emotions, allowing them, okay, allowing myself to feel them, feeling fully valid and feeling the way that I felt. I'm not going to disclose any behind the scenes tea or anything like that, but I did feel very wronged. Okay. So instead of dwelling on that, I felt the emotions, I vented, I sifted and sorted through it. You know, what do I need to learn? What do I need to move forward? And I'm still taking lessons. I'm still gaining, you know, insight and more energy and information on the lessons that I've been learning over this entire what is it, 15-month span. So I'm using that energy of the burning away, of the adrenaline, you know, and I harnessed that into new creations, into using, you know, using that energy, that fuel, to harness it into what I desire, what I want to create, where I want my path to go, where I want my work, my vision to go. I don't have time to focus on the rest. So as always, I'm using myself as an example for you guys with the topic. And I just wanted to be able to set an example for you guys of how, you know, one way you can navigate something like this. And it's not easy for everyone. Some people really need to do work, do that inner work, move through those emotions, find healthy ways of expressing those emotions in order to move through them. And we're all at different levels of mastery. So it's not for me to judge, or anyone else to judge, how one person handles it over another. It's just, you know, do what resonates best for you in any situation. If you're experiencing some kind of a turbulence or some kind of a loss, grieve that. Experience all of the emotions that are tied to that, but don't give up. Don't hang your head and be like, well, I tried. I guess I'm just going to go, you know, couch potato it up for the rest of my life. No. Use that. Use that energy. Use those endings, the momentum from the endings, from the collapse even, to propel yourself forward. There's no way but up once you hit the bottom. And you can hit the bottom many times in different relationships, different situations, you know, thought patterns, behavioral, whatever it is. You can always bring yourself back up. Even if you say, I had a moment where I just had this, you know, rant, this post that was a mile long rant about how I felt wronged and pissed off and wanted to bash someone else for whatever they did or didn't do. Say I did that, and then a couple of laters I was like, oh, you know, that was kind of out of character for me. That's okay. You're human. You're going to experience those things. But owning, taking responsibility for your actions, perhaps even apologizing to those that deserve an apology from your unhealed actions. Offer that. That shows integrity. That shows growth. That shows alignment. And if you can't speak to the other person or persons involved, then just address it to their higher self, because it's more important for you to release that energy than it is for them to receive anything from you in the first place. So we're talking about energetics here. Yes, it is more socially acceptable. I don't know. socially acceptable for people to, you know, go and offer an apology or try to find some kind of a solution or closure, you know, things like that. That's what society kind of expects at this point, but that's not always feasible. And it's not really necessary for you on your path energetically on your spiritual journey. You can say, you know what, we tried. Um, I really wanted to make it work with you, or you know, we didn't accomplish what we set out to accomplish together, but I'm done with your energy, sending you off with love, but I no longer want to be connected to that. You can do cord severing, you can tear up contracts, you can, you know, verbalize that I end all contracts, dissolve all contracts between myself and whoever else. But just as long as you're able to release that within you is really all that matters, because then you're not going to be tied to them energetically. You're not going to exacerbate the issue between you or keep it going, or, you know, anything like that. You're not going to manifest more people in different bodies with that same energy just to learn more lessons, because you're done with that. You've severed that. So, and Steph will probably mention in the comments, if you're doing a cord severing, do the cord, you know, the healing on the severed cord too. So make sure you do that. Wait, huh? Share it with others when there's room, unlike Rose. I'm missing comments, I think. I'm just talking and not even reading. Sorry, guys. Unless, oh, okay, that's where it came from. Gotcha. I'm viewing from StreamYard, guys, not from YouTube, so it doesn't show up the same. Oh, hey, Carl. Nice to see you. Okay, let me try looking at them on my phone because that's easier to scroll. Yeah, if it's hanging on tightly to anything is rarely the best thing to do unless it's a life raft, then you should hang on tight. And then Shauna said, for real, and share it with others when there's room, unlike Rose. They could have done it. He was smart enough to figure out like head to feet, feet to head. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Matt. I love you. You guys are so supportive. I just love you so much. Oh, JC, that's awesome. It is, you never have to explain yourself when it comes to doing self-work, you know, and a lot of us, especially highly sensitive people, anyone that identifies with any of the labels in the spiritual community, usually they are empathic. And when you are highly empathic or clairsentient, clear feeling, hi, Amanda. Thanks for popping in. If you guys want some cookies, Amanda's daughter, Aspen, is selling Girl Scout cookies again this year. I don't know if this is her last year or what. I know you guys were talking about that like last year, but if you want Girl Scout cookies and you don't have your own Girl Scout, I got the hookup. So Amanda, post the link if you can to my page, or post it and tag me, or tag me in it so I can reshare it, because I don't know where it's at. And I'll get that shared for everyone that wants Girl Scout cookies. Oh, thank you, Wendy. There you go. I told you Steph was going to be in the comments with it. So yes, sorry guys, my voice is still gaining its strength from being sick a few weeks ago. So after I talk for a long period of time, it starts to get kind of grumbly and cut out. But anywho, so yeah, they're bringing me back to whenever I was talking about, yes, this evoked some strong emotions within myself, some adrenaline, you know, spikes and things like that. Because how can you not experience something like that when you're a Capricorn and someone's fucking with your work? Okay. Because if you haven't noticed, all of the like the podcast promos, the lineups, all of the wording, all of the posts with any kind of substance to them other than memes was created by me for the page, and I continue to do that on my own page. So yeah, I did get triggered by that, and I was able to move through it. I was able to alchemize. I was saying, water, carry this away, because I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't like feeling this. This is, you know, what I used to feel whenever I was going to, someone. So I don't want to feel this way anymore. It's not comfortable for my body anymore. I don't enjoy it anymore. It feels gross to me. I don't like that energy. I will, feel it and use it whenever I need to, like in some kind of physical fight or flight type of situation, of course, but it's not necessary for this kind of situation. This is not in person. This is internet stuff. Like, I've had to retrain parts of myself over the course of this situation. Just in it's been less than a week, I think. I don't even know. It's been kind of a blur, but I have had to restructure my own thought processes and my own, physiological responses to these thoughts and emotions. So thank you, Wendy. So I've been doing work on myself as well, and using myself as an example. Use these things as an opportunity to see where you can improve, to see where you can heal certain things and integrate. Because I've said that that fighty energy that was the old me. I used to be very happy to do that, but not anymore. That's not me anymore. So having those kinds of thoughts, emotions, physiological responses, that are, kind of on repeat, because that's what I used to do. That's not me now. That takes some alchemy. That takes some rewiring, reprogramming of your mind. So I'm not perfect. I'm a human being, and I've never, ever claimed to be perfect either. So I can only be myself, the real me. And you guys see my struggles and my wins, and you've seen that, most of you have been with me for over a year now, 6 days a week. So I can't be anything other than real, anything other than myself. And I do that because that's part of my way of teaching others, is by example, by being able to relate to what others may be going through, and helping them to navigate that. So this is why I'm coming on here and talking to you guys about this. So whenever you have emotions that are triggered, I love you, Anna, thank you. When you have these emotions that are triggered, they are very potent and powerful emotions, right? So instead of using those for the destruction that you're already experiencing, use those for the construction of the new. Shift, pivot, and align to that new path, and use all of that energy, that momentum from those very powerful emotions to create, to restructure the new, because we're not focusing where we've been before. We're not focusing on what's crumbling. We're here to create the new earth. Okay, this is new earth paradigm, baby. We can't use the old tools. We can't use the old programs anymore. They're obsolete. They don't work here. This is telepathy. Okay, this is instantaneous manifestation. This is mastery. And you can't claim a level of mastery if you're still playing in the sandbox. So use that understanding of the mastery of that kind of situation, and instead of falling into old patterns or using those potent emotions for destruction, whether that's anger, it could be sadness. You can implode. It doesn't have to be exploding. It could be you imploding under the pressure of a situation. Don't do that either, baby. You're worth so much more. If you focus that outside of you on creating, on harnessing it, on alchemizing that, and using that momentum to build things that cause you joy, you don't have time to, stagnate and dwell on the, oh, this situation happened to me and they're mean and they bullied me and they did whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You manifest the circumstances to begin with. You create the circumstances, you create the lesson, and then you find the solution that you also created. So instead of tripping over these hurdles, just leap right over them. And it takes a lot of work. I'm not saying like you're going to do this overnight just because I said so. Next time you have a hiccup, baby, you're going to fly. You're not even going to fall on your face. You might. I'm not going to lie to you. You might fall on your face. It might, take the wind out of your sails. It might you know, drop you real quick. But it doesn't mean you can't get up. It doesn't mean that you can't continue moving. Stay on the ground for a minute. Take a breath, catch your breath, and then transmute it and use it. Transmute the anger into creativity. Absolutely. And Kara has a live sale, you guys, on Saturday. Dosha Rocks. So make sure you join us on Facebook if you're on Facebook. I think everyone that's on YouTube right now is also on Facebook. I don't think any of our old new YouTube followers know where to find me just yet. So that's okay. You guys know, you guys are all on Facebook for the most part. So yeah, Dosha Rocks, she's going live Saturday at probably 7, right, Kara? Give me the times in the comments so that I can highlight it for you. Everyone has time for that. Yeah, if you focus on negativity, you can't build a new path because you're too busy focusing on, you know, what's behind you. You can't see what's right in front of you. So I love that, Lisa. Thank you. YouTube video. Huh? I'm missing everything because I'm not on Facebook. Give me a second. Now I got to go over here to see who's replying to who. That's why it gets all tricky. YouTube made it easier for me to be able to separate a lot of the comments and make sense of them. But now I've just made it a little more chaotic for myself, but it's okay. I'm remaining balanced. Yes, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. So for Kara's live sale, Dosha Rocks for shiny crystals. And I think she said 22% off because it's on February 22nd. 22% off. Oh, 22 to 50% off the whole table. Nice. So yeah, you want to come get some really good deals on some beautiful shinies, then join us on Saturday. I'll be there for sure. I got my alarm set and everything. I have to do that because if not, I'll get sidetracked on some other big project or task and completely forget to be on social media for live events. How often? I will be live on here. Okay. Thank you for asking that question, Ariana, because I am changing up the schedule. I am going to be Sunday through Thursday now. Instead of taking Mondays off, I'm doing Sunday and Monday for now. I was thinking about doing Mondays, but I don't know. I don't know exactly. But for right now, until I get everything kind of planned out a little better, it's going to be Sunday through Thursday. And we're going to be doing 6 p.m. Eastern time. And then let me see. What did I say? Sunday and Monday will probably be the early days so that everyone from across the pond can join us for our early days too. So I will have early days Sunday and Monday, and then the rest of them will be the regular time that you guys are used to. Just different days. And I took 2 days off per week because it is overwhelming. I'm a single mom. Now I don't have a teenager to help like with the kids, like whenever I'm trying to work. So I'm spread a bit thin. So I did need to take 1 extra day off, but it should start to level off and I might make some other changes in the schedule. I'm not quite sure yet. We're just going to play it by ear, but for now it is going to be Sunday through Thursday. Oh my gosh. And my computer is like taking forever to refresh, so I can't get into the Facebook Live yet. Kara, you're just going to have to post it now. Post it to the group or something so we can all see it because I don't know what the hell you're even talking about either. Oh my goodness. Okay, finally it reloaded. Thank you, Anna. I love you. I need to reach out because I haven't talked to you in a while. But, okay. I'm trying to get in here so I can see your guys' comments, but I'm going to be ending it soon anyway, so I don't even know why I'm going through the extra effort. Well, guys, tomorrow we're going to talk about, I don't know what, hold on. Oops. I get these things made up and I know everything about it while I'm scheduling everything and doing all that. But then I'm like, what did I make? Guided by the divine, using your spiritual gifts to shape your reality. We're going to talk about what spiritual gifts may come through like. We're going to talk about, you know, the fact that some people feel like they don't have any kind of spiritual gifts whatsoever, which is a lie. Everyone is spiritually gifted. We just have different ways of perceiving them, and also what we might think because of like seeing things on TV, or knowing other people that experience their gifts in a certain way. We have certain expectations, so we might not always understand how our gifts are coming through. So we're really going to go over that again. I know we've been over it before lightly, but I don't have any videos to refer people back to now because all of those were deleted, you know, by not me. So I am going to be addressing topics again. We will be talking about new topics, but we will be readdressing certain things just so I can have reference videos to send people to if they have any kind of questions. And we're kind of like past that. Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Thank you, Lisa. But yeah, we're going to talk all about spiritual gifts tomorrow, and we can have a discussion on how you guys experience your gifts too. I'll let you know how I experience mine, how others may experience certain things, and that way we have, you know, a discussion where if someone is thinking, well, I couldn't be clairvoyant because I don't see people, you know, I don't see like these things with my physical eyes, but another person is able to explain it better, or how they are able to use that gift, and the other person is like, oh wait, I do the same thing, I didn't know that was clairvoyance. Boom. Okay. And then it causes the connection. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a discussion about it and everything. So if you are using spiritual gifts, you know, on a regular basis or just from time to time, doesn't matter. Come and let us know. We can discuss it and experience like, or tell one another about the way that we experience our own gifts and perhaps help each other out. So I look forward to it. Anywho, thank you guys for sticking around with me for so long. On my own, I'm still almost hitting that hour and a half mark, which is unbelievable to me because I didn't really get much speaking room before, not even backstage. So this is new for me, and I'm not used to being this chatty. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me again. You guys are amazing. You guys are so supportive. And hi, Mike. I'm just about to end it, love. So you're just dropping in at the right time because we're going to end it. So if you want to watch the replay, absolutely do that. But anyways, thank you guys for all of your love and support. I appreciate you all so much. I will be back with you tomorrow and then Thursday, and then I'm going to be resuming the schedule that I just outlined for you. So Friday, Saturday, I will not be here, but Sunday through next Thursday, I will have everything lined up for you, so you'll know what to expect. I love you, Holly. Thank you so much. Holly's on vacation. She wasn't sure if she was going to have signal for long enough to be able to watch. So I'm so glad you were able to join. Give all the manatees and all the creatures down there, the gators and everything, loves for me. Mwah. Take so many pictures and share them for us because we like to see that shit. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time. Mwah. See you guys.